So on today's worksheet 2.7 WSPM, it says, state whether the percent of change is a percent increase or percent decrease. And then find each percent of change. It says round to the nearest whole percent. So if we're looking at number one right here, we need to know the notes from the board. Here are the notes from the board. And of course, we are focusing in on this part right here. As a matter of fact, there it is, cut out nice and neat. And remember, you could even throw in the word is up on top where the change is at, and the of down here on the bottom where original amount is at, because that makes total sense. What is the change of the original amount? So if you know that, you'll be able to do this pretty easily. Check it out. So we're going to set up our proportion. You have one fraction equaling another fraction. Now, do we know our original amount? What's the original amount? 25. So we're going to put a 25 down here. Now, anywhere here, does it have a percent given to you? No. So I'm going to put an X for percent. But we know that whether we have the percent or we don't, it's still going to be over 100 because that's what percent means, per 100. Now, what belongs up here, according to our notes, it says up here is the change in price or in numeric value. So what is the change? Now, that's the new price. What's the actual change from 25 down to 10? What's the actual change from 25 down to 10? 5. No, that'd be just 20 if it were 5. From 25 down to 10, how much did it actually change? 15, correct? So that's the change, and that was a decrease. So it does ask you for a percent increase or decrease. Let's figure out what the percent increase or decrease is. This is how to set it up, guys. So let's cross multiply. 15 times 100 equals 25 times x. So 15 times 100, that's 1500, equals 25x. So with the calculator, we're going to divide by 25, and you'll get x equals 60 with the calculator. So what is the percent? After all, we found the percent, right? What is the percent decrease? It was a decrease of 60%. So that's the answer, decrease of 60%. What does that mean? Your original amount was 25. It decreased to 10. It decreased by 15. So that was a decrease of 60%. I mean, if you're talking about, like, let's say some $25 shoes, and they're on sale 60% off, then they come out to $10, that's great. Decrease of 60%. But that's what we're doing on this first section of our homework. We are first looking at the original, looking at the new, that way we know if it's an increase or decrease, and then calculating the percent increase or decrease. Let's jump to one like number 4. The original is 25, the new price is 28. Let's set up our proportion. So what is the original that belongs down here in the denominator? The original is 25, that's right. So let's put 25 right here. Do we know a percent? We don't know the percent, but we know that it's always going to be over 100. And what belongs up here? Does 28 belong up here? No. It's look at the notes. Is the change. Up here is the change. So if your original was 25 and your new amount is 28, how much did it actually change? 3, that's right. So the change is 3, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we need to know. We need to know the change, right? The change is 3. From the original 25, it increased by 3. So we know our answer is going to be an increase. But let's find out what percentage of an increase it actually went up. So we're going to do that by cross multiplying. So you go 3 times 100, that's 300, equals 25 times x, that's 25x. So with the calculator, you could simply divide by 25, x equals 12. So again, we found x, and in this case, we were looking for the percent. So we are talking about an increase of 12% or by 12%. That's your answer, the increase of 12% or by 12%. As a matter of fact, let's flip over the paper. What does it say on the back for number 4? Yeah, so on the back, it just say increase 12%. It doesn't say of or by, so whatever. Increase of 12%. Let's try one more. Let's move down. Whoops. Let's move down to number 8. So once again, we're going to set up the proportions. One fraction equals another fraction. The original amount that always belongs in the denominator is 60, as you could just read off of the information given to you. We want to know the change. What is the change from the original 60 down to 45? What is the change? Come on, guys, help me out here. What is the change of the original 60 down to 45? 15. It changed by 15, right? From 60 to 45, it went down by 15. So it does say to state whether it's an increase or decrease. It's a decrease. But let's find out what percent it decreased by. We know it decreased by $15, but since we don't know the percent, we're going to put an X over the 100 to represent the percent that we're about to find out. So we're going to cross multiply. 15 times 100 is 1500, and then equals 60 times X is 60X. So we're going to divide by 60, divide by 60. 60s cancel, zeros cancel. X equals 150 divided by 6. I'm doing this on the calculator. We get 25. So X equals 25. Now X is the percent. So we're talking about a decrease of 25%. That's our answer, a decrease of 25%. So on this next section, it says find the total price of each item. The total price of each item. So on our notes, we have on our board over here, we have the shortcut to calculating the total cost, especially here in El Centro, where you do your original amount times 1 plus the taxes of El Centro converted to a decimal. And I think it's even up here, yeah. The taxes, 8.25%, converted to a decimal is 0.0825, but that's only for El Centro. So right here on this worksheet, they weren't thinking of El Centro. They're talking about a dress, so let's write that down. $69. You could put the 0.00 if you want. You want to multiply it by, but instead of 1.0825, which would be the taxes here in El Centro, we're going to put 1.05 because right here it says that the sales tax is 5%. Obviously, they were thinking of a different state than California. So yeah, you multiply it, and that'll give you your final answer. Let's do that on the calculator real quick. And on the calculator, we see that it gives us $72.45. So that would be the out-the-door price of a dress that costs $69, probably in Arizona, if their sales tax is 5%, as opposed to our sales tax, which is 8.25%. You guys with me? Yes. Okay, let's try another one. Let's do this basketball one. Okay, 6%. Okay, so it's probably a different state. Who knows? Maybe Nevada. So let's go with the notes. How do we calculate the out-the-door price, including taxes? Well, you're going to go with the original price, which is $17. You're going to multiply it by 1.06. Excellent, right? Now, we are skipping, let me show you. On our notes in class, we are skipping the step of writing 1 plus whatever those taxes are converted to a decimal, right? We're just putting it together. If I go 1 plus 0.65, then I'm just going to write it as 1.65. I might as well skip that step. So right here, the 6% as a decimal is 0.06. So 1 plus 0.06, might as well just write it 1.06. So on the calculator, 17 times 1.06, that'd be $18.02. So the final price for a basketball, a $17 basketball in a state that charges 6% sales tax, it's going to be $18.02. So there's obviously more types of questions on this worksheet. Let's jump down to these where there's actually a discount, like a sale going on. So pick one, 17 through 22, pick one. 18. That one looks easy. Let's do something else. Because 50% is just half off of it, right? 21, sure, why not? So you're talking about an expensive sleeping bag here. And the discount is 25%. Okay? So where do you think the 25% is going to go? In terms of a proportion. Where does the 25 go? Does it go over here, down here, or up here? Up there. Percent is always over 100. So let's put down 25%. That means per 100. Now down here we have an original amount. Do we have an original amount?
Yeah, 125.
125. That's right. So we're going to go 125. Now up here is the change, right? So I want to know how much of a discount it is. Now I don't know how much it's going to change. I don't know how much I'm going to subtract. So since I don't know that discount yet, I want to put an X up there. And that's how you set it up. And then it's just a question of cross multiplying. X times 100, that's 100X, equals 125 times 25. And of course, you don't do the work, the calculator does. On the calculator, 125 times 25 is 3,125. Final step would be to divide by 100. I mean, you could do that on a calculator, but it's easy because you're just going to move the decimal, which is right now there is no decimal, it's at the very end. You move it over 2 spaces this way, and it'll be X equals 31.25. So that would be your answer. X equals 31.25. So what did we just find right now, guys? We found the discount, right? So if you wanted to actually find your out-the-door price of that 125, you would have to subtract the discount of $31.25. As a matter of fact, if you really wanted to find the out-the-door price at a store that you're legally buying it from, you'd have to calculate taxes as well. But there are no one on the homework right here where you have to actually calculate taxes. Right here, they just want you to find the discounted price. So to find the discounted price, once again, I'm going to go back to the 125, and I'm going to subtract the 31.25 from it, and that'll give you my new discounted price. On a calculator, 125 minus 31.25, that's $93.75. So that's my new discounted price. Is that the answer on the back of the worksheet?